hit that subscribe button and the bell icon beside it to check out our latest videos before anyone else. Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech and this is the unboxing of the Huawei Nova 3i. So guys, this is the box and actually it's a review unit. Someone has already reviewed it, so I've just got an open box. So just for the sake of this video, I'll be doing an unboxing and show you what we get inside the box. Now Huawei has launched this phone only in one variant with 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage at 21,000 rupees, sold exclusively on Amazon.in in 3 colors: pearl white, black and iris purple, and I have the black color with me right now. Now this is the box, and on the front it says Huawei Nova i3 with the Huawei's logo at the top. At the bottom, that's over here, we have some IMEI numbers. On the back it's completely plain with 2 stickers which are obviously open. At the top once again we have the Huawei branding. On the left side, sorry, this is the right side. So on the right side it has the Huawei Nova 3i, that's the phone's name. Once again the name even on the left side. Now let me just unbox it. So guys, this is the phone and let me just put that aside for now. Next we have a cardboard box with a soft silicone case and a SIM card ejector. We also should be getting some documentation which are not in this box. Next we have the regular 10 watts power adapter, nothing special, no fast charging. Now finally we have the micro USB charging cable. And that is all we get inside the box. Now when I first got the phone it was already turned on, so I've reset the phone. Let me just take the sticker off. Now this is how the phone looks, and this is how it looks with the case on. There isn't anything really fancy going on with the case. It's a regular soft silicone case, a transparent one with cutouts for fingerprint scanner, camera module and the ports at the bottom. It definitely gives you some nice grip and protects your phone from getting scratched, but not too much in terms of drop protection. Now let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the specs. Now this phone has a glass build. On the front and back it is a nice 2.5D curved glass. At the center holding everything is an aluminum frame in the black color with a nice curve. Now at the top we have a dual camera setup with a 16 megapixel primary camera with f2.2 aperture and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing. Following that is a single LED flash and it says dual lens with some specs. Now beside that it has a fingerprint scanner that's followed by Huawei branding at the bottom, and it says Huawei Technologies blah 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 and it says made in China. Maybe the retail unit is made in India, but the phone I have in my hand right now is made in China. Now on the front it has a massive 6.3-inch IPS display with Full HD Plus resolution, a display notch and the new 19:9 aspect ratio. Now above the display inside the notch we have a dual camera setup with a 24 megapixel front facing camera with f2.0 aperture and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing. At the bottom we have very thin bezels. Now on the right side we have the power and volume buttons made of metal. They are sufficiently elevated and have a nice clicky sound to them, which I really like. Now at the bottom we have the speaker grill, primary microphone, micro USB charging port and a 3.5mm audio jack. On the left side we have just the SIM card tray, and this is how the SIM card tray looks like. It has a nano SIM slot along with a hybrid SIM slot, so you can use either 2 nano SIMs or a nano SIM and an SD card. Now this phone already comes with 128GB of storage, so you might never have to use an SD card, but for some reason if you want to use it, you always have the option. Now finally at the top we have just a secondary microphone. So guys, that's the physical overview. Now under the hood it sports a Kirin 710 processor with Mali G51 MP4 GPU running EMUI version 8.2 based on Android 8.1 Oreo and has a 3340 mAh battery. Now this phone has a thickness of 7.6mm and weighs just 169 grams. Now for some quick initial impressions, phone feels pretty solidly built and it is not the most premium phone I've seen, but it does look premium and has a nice weight to it. Now let me just set up the phone and see what we get right out of the box. So guys, this is how the phone looks once we turn it on. Now let's check the free RAM and storage section. For that let's go to storage. Now out of that 128GB of storage, we get about 113GB of free space for our user apps and user data, which is really a lot. Now in the memory section, we can see that out of that 4GB of RAM, we have about 1.89GB of free RAM right out of the box. Now this number might not be accurate. We should be having somewhere around 2.5GB of free RAM right out of the box. Now let's check the about page. Now this is the about page, and this phone is running EMUI version 8.2 based on Android 8.1 Oreo. So there you go. Now let's check out the camera interface. Now unlike the Huawei P20 Lite, which was launched in the same price segment, this phone actually has a lot of cool features. For example, we have this AI mode for the rear camera and the front camera as well, which selects a mode automatically depending upon the picture you're taking off. So that's a really cool thing. Now just like the previous phones, we have the portrait mode and the wide aperture mode where we can take portrait shots of objects and even change the amount of background blur effect. In the portrait mode, we also have this option where we can change the lighting conditions. I'll show you a quick sample for the front facing camera. Now to switch to the front facing camera, we have this toggle over here. So that's the front facing camera. Now these are the lighting modes. We have soft light. Let me just select the last option. Now let's see the results. So this is what it looks like. So there you go. Now this particular feature, we have seen it in the iPhone 10, but now it is even available on this phone. So that's the portrait mode. Next, we also have AR lenses where we can add all these stickers to our face and even change the background. So these are some sample backgrounds. They also come with a nice tune. Interestingly, we also have 3D objects. Just like the Pixel phones, we can put objects on the table and move it around, record a video, and we also have 3D Qmoji. I guess that's what they call it. So that's the Qmoji. It's definitely not mimicking my face. Anyway, I'll have to give it a look later. Now for video recording, there is no 4K option, but we can record 1080p at 60 fps. So that's a new thing on a Huawei phone. Now interestingly, we also have this option to encode the video in H.265 codec, so that's another rare thing to see on a phone in this price segment, especially from Huawei. Now these are all apps that come pre-installed. There isn't a lot of bloatware, but we do get some applications that you might never use, so just uninstall them or disable them as soon as possible. Now let's check the fingerprint scanner and face unlock feature. Before that, let me just set them up. So we don't have a pattern. We have to choose with a PIN or a password. By the way guys, phone is super slippery. I would suggest you to use it with a case all the time. Now it's done. Let me set up the face unlock feature as well. So it did register my face pretty quickly. Now in the face unlock settings, we have two options. One is direct unlock, another one is slide to unlock. I want to automatically unlock the phone whenever it detects my face, so I'm going with the first option. Now first, let me test the face unlock feature. So guys, face unlock seems to be pretty fast in good lighting conditions. Now let me turn off all the lights and see what happens. Okay, it's not working. It worked. So guys, in low lighting conditions, it is simply trying to increase the screen brightness and then try to read my face. It's a pretty neat trick, but it is pretty slow. In completely dark situations, it's taking like 2 to 3 seconds, which is pretty slow. Now let's test the fingerprint scanner. So guys, as you have seen, fingerprint scanner is super fast and pretty accurate. Now these are some sample pictures. Now these are the Antutu and Geekbench scores. So guys, this is the new Huawei Nova 3i. This phone is definitely packing a lot of cool features unlike the previous P20 Lite or other phones in the same price segment. It has improved performance with better cameras, with a pretty good build, with a display notch. So if your budget is around 20,000 rupees, you want good cameras, lot of software features, with good performance, I will definitely recommend you this phone. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you are planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.